Here's to us, Brandon Perna. Oh, baby! Listen.
We good. We good.
It ain't. I woke up this morning. I was like, man, I'm ready to hear some things about Davante Adams. You know, there's no announcement that Rodgers is going on McAfee's show, so I'm not going to get too excited. And then my day turned amazing, and I felt a little bad. I felt a little bad for one Brandon Perna because I was like, you know, I mean, I'm happy that you didn't get him, but like, oh, you know, a little down, what have you. I'm thinking about reaction videos that we could do. Congrats. Right. And then
it all came into place.
You got Russel fracking Wilson.
It is insanity, dude. Like, we talked about this in theory.
Yep.
On this show, I believe. What's the best case scenario for us?
Yep.
And I was like, well, Aaron Rodgers goes back to Green Bay and the Broncos land Russell Wilson.
Yep.
Never thinking that could actually happen.
Definitely not.
Monday, what did we do, Tom? All we did was complain for like 20 minutes about all the QB rumors and they suck and nothing will ever happen.
Yep.
And then we got the juiciest one of all.
Oh, yeah.
And the best part is, I did not see it coming today. Like,
no,
we've talked about it. Wilson's been linked to the Broncos.
Yes.
In theory, it's been an idea.
Sure.
But after Rodgers going back, I'm like, well, it's time to get psyched on the rookie QBs in this draft class because we're going to get one. We're just going to get one of those guys.
Kenny Small, picket hands.
Give me the smallest hand guy there is, actually. Yep. I would feel comfortable shaking his hand, and that's what's important.
But nay, buddy. You don't got to worry about you. Listen to me. Listen to me. You and I, both of us, we don't have to worry about the draft. Do you know how nice that is, Perna?
Yeah, yes.
For the first time in 2 years, Tom Grossi don't have to worry about it. You don't got to worry about it. Because you got Russell Wilson, I got Aaron Rodgers, and ladies and gentlemen, this is GPS After Dark, baby. Let's get it. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, GP Mother-Loving S. Let's go.
We're going to party. This is a party tonight. We don't have a plan. We're here to celebrate with all of you. Actually, I have a task.
Oh, you have a task?
I have a task because I saw this photo again today.
Oh.
And it made me happy. And I want somebody watching, somebody with the Photoshop skills to put Tom Grossi's head where Aaron Rodgers is and put my head where Shailene's head is.
Yes.
And next to Aaron Rodgers, put Tom Grossi in some text. And next to Shailene, put Brandon Perna thinking about Russell Wilson. And just make us a nice little meme because...
Make us a little something.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the internet works quick. It works wonders. We got nearly 2,000 people here. It's nearly 10 p.m. on the East Coast, but it don't matter. We've been promising a GPS After Dark, and oh boy, did we pick the greatest night to do it.
It's
the greatest
get crazy
night. Oh, and I saw that. Oh, and I saw that too. Oh, hold on. What you got? A letter? You got a business letter and a business letter. But
maybe we did. I have supposed to have a meeting with my bench warmer people. So
there you go.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I believe.
Tree. How many Kirk Cousins jokes did he make?
Yes.
How many?
Oh,
and now one urinating Tree.
Guess who the Steelers are now? They're the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, there. We're going to break down the trade. We're going to get Perna's reaction. We're going to get my reaction. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. We'll talk about Davante Adams. We'll be talking about Bobby Wagner, who getting released from the Seattle Seahawks. And they're like, they've committed to full-blown rebuild mode. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. But most importantly, we're here to party, baby.
Most importantly, it's going to be DraftKings Sportsbook. Right in your face. Download the fucking app right now. I'm getting wild. I don't know if I can say that.
GPS after dark.
Ready to feel the excitement for the conference championships like never before. Oh, I'm ready to feel everything because I can feel again as a Broncos fan.
No comment.
Turn your team's victory into your own big win with DraftKings Sportsbook because new customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets if you do. Tom stirring the pot there, just like you should be stirring the pot with your great, not Calvin Ridley sports bets. Illinois listeners, check this out. We have some big news. Mobile registration is back, and right now you can sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook simply by downloading the app to your phone. And if DraftKings isn't available in your state, you can still join the action with DraftKings pools.
Don't be an NFL player though. If you're an NFL player, you can't do this. Don't do that. Because I feel a little bit responsible for that. So if don't do that. If you're playing in the NFL right now, bad. Yeah. Don't. No.
Ethics.
No. Okay.
I'll take business ethics.
Do PEDs? That's fine. Just like a 3-game suspension. Okay. Punch someone in a parking lot in an Arby's? That's fine.
Yeah.
Do not gamble
for eating at Arby's.
Don't do it.
Yeah. DraftKings code GPS. You know the code. The link is in the description. They'll take care of you when you use the code GPS. I am just having some of the Laws whiskey. The Laws rye. I was going to open my Lagavulin 16-year scotch, but I like to sip it so slowly that it'd become a distraction. I drink it like a I don't know. I just and then I like to keep it in my mouth for a minute before I swallow. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that to Tom. So
honestly, if Apple buys Sunday NFL ticket, I'd be the happiest person on the planet.
Would you get it with Apple TV? Because I already have that. So
I don't, but I would buy it. Anything is better than DirecTV. You know who we're never going to get to sponsor us? DirecTV. Probably because if you have DirecTV, you couldn't get this. So no, DirecTV is straight up garbage. I have given them so much money for a crap product. No, please. Boom. Please.
You heard it here
first. Steve Jobs ghost, save me. Save me from NFL Sunday ticket.
We do have a sponsorship opportunity with DirecTV. So you're saying that's bad?
Yeah, that could go directly up their ass. I really don't care where that goes. Done.
We are going to burn some bridges tonight.
Oh, we're burning them all down. Listen, I want to talk about you first, Brandon Perna. I want to talk about you.
That sounds great.
Okay. So let's set the stage here, right? Because you went through a roll, just like Jerry Jeudy. Boom. You went through a roller coaster of emotions. And I have to say, there was a part of me before the trade details got leaked. Like, I thought Jerry Jeudy would be a part of that. And if he was just like, we got a QB. And then he's
gone. Yeah. I think
Locke's throwing the ball to him still.
I think George Payton, he don't play that kind of ball. He wasn't going to get rid of Jeudy. No. But that would have been funny. For the memes, that would have been rough.
Yeah. But you go through these roller coasters in which it's like, okay, you're not getting Aaron Rodgers. Right. So you're like, okay, this has been almost a year in the making because this is back from last year's draft where there was potential that, you thought you would get him. And it finally comes to an end. He's staying with Green Bay, probably the most anticlimactic, decision that he could have made. And then boom. Because I actually have to admit, I saw the Adam Schefter tweet. I know, gross. But I saw the Adam Schefter tweet that was like, oh, this had been in the works for a while. And I retweeted and went, oh, like, what is he talking about? And then I saw that it actually went through. and you must have been losing your mind.
Yeah. I was ready for Rodgers to go back to Green Bay. Once the season ended and he was talking so nice about the Packers, I'm like, he's going back. Like, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And the only reason I had doubt was because of you and the realities of their cap situation. But I've been under the idea that the cap, even as bad as it seems, they can mess with it. They can mess with it. So I was prepared for that.
Yeah.
And then for the day, I was like, okay, that hit a little earlier than I thought. I was kind of enjoying, I made myself a pancake today, and it was a huge one. I was just eating it. And I was like, oh, this is great. And then I saw it, I was like, damn, I got to rush the rest of this pancake, figure out what I'm going to do with Rodgers. And I said, I'm going to just do a Tom Grossi reaction video because I had written a bunch of things if Rodgers went back to the Packers.
Sure.
I shot that video. I'm like halfway through editing it. And we're lucky Russell Wilson came to the Broncos because I cut a lot of the really mean stuff I said about Aaron Rodgers out of that video. And Will, my writing partner, called me, and we did a live thing earlier, but he called me. He was like, hey, did you check Twitter? I was like, no. He's like, you should check Twitter. I was like, what happened? He's like, just check Twitter. And so I was like, oh God. I was like, Russell Wilson? He's like, we're getting Russell Wilson. And then nobody was in my house. So I just started screaming.
Oh, yes.
Screaming as loud as I could. I could hear like Will laughing at me. And like a level of bro rose out of my being that I thought I had murdered after college concluded. But like, you know, when guys get super happy and they don't really know how to express their emotions, so they just scream and yell obscenities and curse at the world and joy. That's what I was doing. And I took full advantage of just being able to, that's what my voice is effed because I was screaming so much. So then I was like, oh God, I got to shift gears here. Will's like, what are we going to do? I was like, I don't know. Let me finish this video. I'm going to do a Russell Wilson angle to it now. I think it'll make it funnier. We'll go live. And then I'll have like a breakdown, hopefully tomorrow, whatever. But like, yeah, I was prepared for the Rodgers news. But honestly, I didn't know I could feel that much joy about football again. That's how beaten down we were as Broncos fans. Just like, something bad's going to happen. And all day, even after this has gone through, I've been checking Twitter just to make sure that there's like nothing that goes,
Wilson didn't say no.
Wilson denied the trade. Schefter already tweeted that the Broncos were the only team he wanted to go to. He's passed the physical for the Broncos. The Broncos got to pass the Seahawks physicals. But after that, we go, Holly Hundo.
Oh, Wilson going to the Broncos will help them break their long-standing losing streak against the Chiefs. Holly Hundo in the house. I said it in my reaction video. Yeah, they're probably not going to beat them 14 times in a row now. 13, yay, but 14, nay.
Best case scenario for the Chiefs, I'll put it this way, Holly. You split the series this year. More than likely, get out your dustpans because we'll be doing the sweeping from here on out.
Johnny John John!
We're all drunk. We're all drunk Scooter Elway right now.
Yeah,
we're all drunk. You know what? This is the perfect time to have Scooter Elway. Like that, honestly, it was perfect. But as you were saying, yeah, like because you have that anxiety of like, okay, nothing this good can happen to me. Like,
and my team won a Super Bowl in 2015. Like,
correct.
I'm used to good things, but it's 6 seasons of. Like, in the Broncos were never just like really, really bad.
They were mediocre.
Always this like we might be, and every time we had a little hope, we got crushed. That's what made it so rough. And given like, just because you get Russell Wilson doesn't make you the best team in the league, but like we good now. It's good.
But that's the thing too. Like you also. Regardless, like the fact that you have a court, like you don't have to worry about the position for multiple years. Because let's just say Wilson, you know, like second half Wilson shows up, right? Who's like, he's still better than what
Yes.
you've been dealing with.
Yes.
So the fact that you don't have to waste draft capital, and I tweeted about this, I went back since 2006 and pulled up every first and second round QB that you drafted. And guess what? Jay Cutler was the best one.
Damn right he was.
People were saying, oh, they fleeced the Broncos. Nay. Because the Broncos, as you've said multiple times, already had a team. You have Javonte Williams, who already was looking freaking fracking great. You have a plethora of receivers in Judy, Sutton, Tim Patrick, right? So now
KJ
it's like
Hamler back. Yep.
Yeah, like our offense now, or your offense now, could like actually flourish and do something. And you have Nathaniel Hackett. Like, come on now. Come on now.
That's the real nugget there, because Hackett and Rodgers' relationship and the offense they put together got Rodgers' best football. They got Aaron Rodgers' best football. So it is feasible to believe that Hackett can get Russell Wilson's best football. And I think Russell Wilson was playing for a mediocre coach in Pete Carroll. After too long together, one of them grew stale. And guess which guy it was?
I know that story.
It wasn't the young gentleman who can sling a football 80 yards down the field or 50, whatever. It was the old-ass man who is best friends with the GM, so they decided to get rid of a quarterback. The only quarterback he's ever won anything with at the pro level. But yeah, we're going to rebuild without Russ. I wish Seahawks fans luck. I do. But
the Seahawks
really wanted out of there, or Pete Carroll is that arrogant?
Well, that's what I think the biggest thing is, because you have the front office of Seattle. And if I'm a Seahawks fan, like if I really hated myself and I was a Seahawks fan, like it gets, I don't know how much confidence I have, because you don't have a QB. I'm sorry. Like, it's not Drew Lock, right? It's not going to be Geno Smith.
I wish
it's
Drew
not
Lock well too, but
it's not going to be either of those. But you're in a division where you were the only team to not make the playoffs last year. And now guess what? You ain't making the playoffs this year either. But it's going to be a rebuild. But this signifies, like, yes, you are fully rebuilding. And I've talked to Seahawks fans and what have you. And they're like, listen, I would rather have Russell Wilson over Pete Carroll.
No crap.
Because he's still young. And Pete Carroll, it's like, okay, I mean, like, if you think he's that guy, I don't know, man. I think the Seahawks are in for an awakening. You just had a team in their division win the Super Bowl. 2 were in the NFC Championship game. You were the only one not in the playoffs. It's going to be a rough go of it. And I have to say, in all honesty, I could not be happier, and I hope your franchise burns to the ground. To the ground. You talk about the Hail Mary all these years. You talk about the 2015 NFC Championship game. Yeah, guess what? We haven't won a Super Bowl since. Yeah, I know, and it sucks. But guess what? You know when the next time you're going to go to the Super Bowl is? When I'm dead. When I am dead and buried in the ground. That's when. So buckle up. Or, I mean, like, they could rebuild in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's plausible. They got some draft picks. Are they ever great with first-round draft picks? I don't know. I don't know.
You and I talked about this, though. Okay, so they got 2 firsts, right? Only one of, like, the first and the second this year. That's the important one, right? Those are the ones that actually matter.
Because that's going to be the 9th pick. And anybody who thinks that the Broncos gave up too much, that is incorrect. The 2 first-round picks, okay? Yeah. 2 second-round picks in the next 2 years. This year, one of the Broncos' first 2 picks would have been a quarterback. So you're not giving away that pick. You're trading it for a quarterback, which you would have used on the quarterback anyway. You know, you're using the pick for the exact same process. So really, you gave away 3 draft picks, and you got a 4th out of a 5th. So you got an extra 4th this year.
You betcha.
So you gave away 3, okay, really, because you were going to use 1 on a quarterback, and you got a quarterback you know is good, so you're not guessing. They gave away more players than I thought they were going to have to. That surprised me a little bit.
That's what I want to talk about, because I have to imagine if you're a Broncos fan, the one that hits the hardest, of course, is Shelby Harris, right?
Yeah,
No
'cause I
fan
love
of
Shelby.
former first round pick, and you're like, okay, but like he didn't really amount to what we thought we was. Now, could that have been because of quarterback issues? Yes. Is that going to get better in Seattle? No, because you're going to have the same quarterback throwing to him. But you already have a replacement for him, so like that's not the end of the world. And Drew Lock, you're like, okay, bye now. So I would imagine just Shelby Harris is the one that sucks the most.
Yeah, I mean, Noah Fant sucks a little bit because it's like, man, Fant would be really good with Russell Wilson. It's kind of like the Jerry Jeudy thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, Jerry Judy's gonna be great with Russell Wilson. He's open all the time. It's just wasted potential. And I think Fant was kind of experiencing the same thing. And ironically, like Drew Lock was somebody who actually targeted Fant more than like Teddy Bridgewater.
And they usually do. Younger QBs will look for like the big body tight end, what have you. Yeah.
But Shelby Harris is just a guy who finally got his first real shot with the Broncos, bounced around a little bit, and then he just became like a Denver hero, right? Like,
I'll explain, Caleb.
Things going bad. Shelby Harris just every game bats down a ball, always like positive on camera, and when people talk to him, so Broncos fans love him. And you know he got paid for the first time with the Broncos. He loved being here. So yeah, it's just hard to see him go. But like in terms of value, you're like, okay, yeah, we'll give up a defensive lineman. So we have a quarterback. Mm-hmm. So we have Russell Wilson, the guy who beat us in the Super Bowl. Even Stevens, now he's ours.
Don't look at Twitter. Don't look at it.
Don't
look at it. I'm telling you, don't.
I'm looking right now.
No, I said don't look at it. Don't. I want your first time to see it. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, don't look at it.
I thought some bad news happened.
No. Yeah. Well, Russell Wilson.
I thought Russell Wilson was gone again.
Here you go, buddy. Ask and receive.
Oh, yes. Gosh, that is beautiful.
That's everything.
I love doing this show so much. I love everybody who watches this show. The fact that somebody just banged that.
Kirsten, Tom Grossi mod right there.
Oh, that was Kirsten?
That's it.
Kirsten, I love you.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, so Shelby Harris, I think, is disappointing, but again, the draft picks are irrelevant. In my humble opinion, they're completely irrelevant because, let's be honest, your front office has no idea how to draft a QB early and develop them because they haven't shown they've been able to do that.
We got a different front office now. That's the thing. So, like,
yes.
I don't know what Peyton would have done, but historically speaking, correct.
It's
because
a risk,
we took Brock Osweiler over Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Russell Wilson.
It is a risk, and this, in my opinion, like you already have the pieces on the offense, right? The offensive line, is not as bad as it is in Seattle.
No,
the offensive line could use a little bit of work. The defense is good. It's God. You look at those corners in the secondary. Good God, absolutely. Like you guys you've gone to a winning record, I think, with Russell Wilson, and all he has to do is play better than what you've had, which is almost a given.
That's what's really validating, I think, for Broncos fans who watched the football this year. And hearing that Russell Wilson only wanted to come to Denver, it reaffirms what we all saw, which is a good team that was just missing the most important piece.
Liquid paper.
And when you're missing that important piece, you're going to lose too many games. You're just going to lose the close ones. The guy's not going to give you the extra juice you need to win a couple games that, maybe you shouldn't win. And knowing that he wanted to come to the Broncos because he saw the same talent, same potentials we've seen, it makes us feel less crazy. It's like, am I stupid? Do I not understand football anymore? It feels like we got a lot of really good guys here, but we just can't get these wins. Is it all the quarter? Yes, it's all the quarterback. Horrible offensive coordinator, not a great head coach, great defensive head coach, Vic Fangio, but I like who they brought in, Ejiro Evero over from the Rams, who worked under Fangio, who worked
The Packers were talking to him too as their DC before we brought in Joe Barry.
Yeah, exactly. So he interviewed with you guys that year, or you guys, he got blocked maybe. I don't know what it went.
It was between him and Joe Barry, and I actually wanted him over Barry.
So he got to interview last year, made it down to the final two, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm good.
Good pick. Good. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing too, and as someone who's had a good quarterback for a spell, right? Which, by the way, I was looking and I was like, wow, since 2005, you drafted all those QBs, and we've had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's another weird coincidence. John Elway, his second year as GM, lands Peyton Manning. George Payton, second year as GM, lands Russell Wilson. Do you know how crazy that is? Like, it's so improbable. And they did it. They pulled it off. Apparently, it's been in the works since the Senior Bowl. Yeah, you had two quarterbacks. It's nice. And here's what I'm looking forward to. Russell Wilson, 2 years left on his contract. Broncos still have like 26 million in cap space.
Dude, they got plenty of cap.
26 million. They can replace a tight end, or they can grab a tackle maybe, or a corner. I don't know, whatever they want to do there. But next season, I don't know, when Russ Wilson and the Broncos are 9-0, 10-0, 11-0, boom, I'm going to drop a video. Russell Wilson signs 10-year extension with the Denver Broncos, makes more money than Pat Mahomes. And Chiefs fans, you will never be able to sleep easy again because you think the Broncos can't beat you? You think, the Broncos traded everything and still have the third best quarterback in the AFC West. Wrong. We got a guy who knows how to put a team around a good quarterback. Maybe Herbert's a little better on some days. A lot of days he makes some mistakes too. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to fall off a cliff. Not performance-wise. He's just very... He's
clumsy?
Not cautious in his personal life.
So. He's going to be playing Pokemon Go. Got it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be unbearable for a bit. And that is until Russell Wilson leaves the Broncos.
100%.
10 years.
100%.
10 years.
Well, I feel like for the West now, good God, like we were talking about if Aaron Rodgers went there, but
it's tough.
Those games are going to be amazing.
Like that's what makes for good football. That's what
makes for amazing football.
I don't care if the Broncos,
they're going to get primetime games, Perna.
They're going to be in primetime.
They're going to get primetime.
They got to play a lot of good teams, but that's what you got to do to get to the Super Bowl. I just want to be back in the playoffs and win a game or two in the playoffs and be like, okay, that was a great season. Not like anything can happen in the playoffs. Like once you get there, even if you have the best quarterback, Green Bay Packers, it doesn't mean you're going to get to the Super Bowl. So like,
I know.
Just let me get to the dance. Let me have a Josh Wilson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes type game between Russell Wilson and Mahomes. Like, if the Broncos and Chiefs go into overtime because they're scoring like 40 points each, that's going to be fun to watch, both for Broncos and Chiefs fans. Like, the AFC West is going to be interesting, especially if Derek Carr sticks around for a while. That said, I cannot wait to beat the piss out of Josh McDaniels. That idiot choosing to come to the AFC West.
I'll kill him.
And now that we got Russell Wilson, that's enemy number one. Not really like the Chiefs are, but my God, I want to smack the Raiders around. Bill.
Perna, you got a hundo.
Bill, you sly son of a gun. I'm keeping it classy. I called you son of a gun.
Classic.
I drink to that. Solid cold open. Bill, it was Tom's idea for the cold, so credit where credit's due.
Took my money.
Johnny John John.
The cackle. I will, there's a part of me that's like actually surprised that the Seahawks did this though, because that is a huge move. Like that's a franchise altering move. Because you've basically told your fans, like, hey, like, we're full-blown in rebuild. Because as you were alluding to, you're missing that piece. You're unable to get over the hump. You're able to not close out those close games. A good quarterback, what I was saying before, a good quarterback masks that. Sometimes, and it's a problem because then it, masks coaching difficulties and problems and all that stuff. But you've had the opposite problem. Now, if you're the Seahawks, if they suck, like Pete Carroll, oh man, like the fire is going to be there rapidly. So yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. How old is Pete Carroll? Like, isn't he like 70?
Not 105, I think.
Pete Carroll.
Oh, Perna getting a hundo from Holly Hundo.
Oh my God, Holly! I cannot wait for our teams to battle. I wish you the best.
Johnny John John!
There you go. There you go. You know what? I do have to say, I don't think they start Drew Lock. If they do, there's problems. Something has gone wrong. I forgot, Perna, this is on me. There was 2 fitties before, so I have to pay it.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, you know what? We'll do that, and then a little meow. A little bit of that. A little bit of that too. I'll make sure. Even though it's GPS after dark, we gotta fulfill our obligations.
Stick to the rules. Okay, Pete Carroll's 70 years old. Everyone's like, he's too old to do a rebuild. Their Seahawks are not going to rebuild with Pete Carroll. Guess what happens when you get old? You start to lose your mind. And Pete Carroll's making bad decisions because he's old and he's closer to death than he is to life. So he doesn't care. He's like, I got to try one last time before I get on out of here. So that's what happened there. The narrative that they weren't going to do it because of his age now is hilarious. And it just proves that, like, you can guess at these things, right? Like, why the Seahawks would never trade away Russell Wilson with a lot of practical reasons.
Sure.
We got lucky. They got rid of him.
Well, that's the thing too. There was, because I was on the Seahawks subreddit, kind of just looking at the pandemonium.
Lurking.
Yeah. But like I was looking at it, and there were some people that are like, listen, Wilson was not happy there. So this was the chance for us to get everything for him. And to that point, like, I could see how some Seahawks fans are like, listen, we got the number 9 overall pick. If we can get some playmakers, like, this will be the start of a rebuild. And maybe with all this draft capital, it won't be as bad because, yes, the Broncos will be picking later, but if the Seahawks suck, they'll be picking earlier. You know what I mean? So there's definitely opportunities. I think it works out for both teams. I just think it's kind of like a system shock for the Seahawks because they're like, I know how competitive we were going to be being in the West this season, but now I know we're not going to be competitive. And I think that is just a mindset to try and get used to. And it's one that the Seahawks honestly aren't used to because they've been good for so long. And by the way, Tuesday night, 10 p.m., we got 4,000 people in here. Let's go.
It feels good to be back. Honestly, I have missed this. The game streams when a lot of people are jazzed watching. When we were doing those, like, I got used to it. So it feels good to do it again. Here's a silver lining for you Seahawks. Yes, it is 100% the best outcome for us. That part is crazy too. But
Mitchell, you son of a gun.
At pick 9, Seattle, you can probably have 4 of the 5 best quarterbacks in this draft. I think quarterbacks are going to go earlier than people expect. And I think there are good quarterbacks in this draft. If Seattle landed Malik Willis, I think that's a good pick. I think Carson Strong is a good draft pick.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at you just going, I've looked. Because I feel like you are talking yourself into it. You're just like, Malik Willis at 9 would be fine. Yeah, that's
exactly what I would have been saying for the Broncos.
Make it happen. It's fine.
All of the Broncos quarterbacks draft videos I had planned. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Guys that would excite me. Willis, Strong, Corral.
Golden?
Not the hand thing, but just, I don't know. He doesn't do it for me for whatever reason.
You know who does it for me?
Mitchell Sanford with a $100 super chat.
Johnny John John!
Yes. Yes, that is. Ooh, let lock rock. Ooh. Pete Carroll won't let them do either.
Yeah, it's horsecock lock, Seahawks fans. Get it right.
But they got it. They don't got it now. Well, no, it'd be C, like SEA, because that's what people call them because they don't like them.
Oh, Seacock lock.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Got it.
You know what I mean? Now, well, here's the thing. What's funny now is
There you go.
think one of the big losers of the day are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
Like, if you are a QB needy team right now,
yes,
you're looking around like, I could get Jimmy G. I could get Mitch Trubisky. There ain't nothing that now. The only other potentially exciting person could be Deshaun Watson. And there's talks like, I think this Friday that there could be like a big movement,
right?
Like with all of his lawsuits and that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's the only guy left. Like, you're putting a lot of eggs in that basket, being like, oh man, I hope that's okay. I mean, you're talking about Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Like, what? Kevin, it depends on how long the deal is for. Don't worry. We're gonna spend half the show talking about Aaron Rodgers. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah.
Pittsburgh, you'd probably be best drafting a guy, but they're at like pick 20 or whatever. Watson to the Steelers would kind of be gross. Let's be honest. Going from Ben Roethlisberger to Deshaun Watson, not a good look. Washington apparently bid for Russell Wilson, and they offered allegedly more than the
first-round picks.
Okay, yeah, so more than the Broncos, but Russell didn't want to go to Washington. Smartly, he's like, I have seen that organization for the last 20 years.
I don't wanna.
And they're horrible. Not the players, not the fans, not the head coach, just Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder is horrible. So, yeah, Russell Wilson's not an idiot, so he didn't go to the Commanders. But, yeah, these teams, like, they're going to be digging around the QBs that I would have been digging around. Mitch Trubisky, again, the bell of the ball. The bell of the ball is
the bell of the ball.
I would like to see Trubisky with the Steelers. I think he might land with the Giants, but
that's what I saw and might compete against Daniel Jones. By the way, yes, there will be a Seattle Seahawks fan reaction video tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Boom.
I was going to do it today, but this is the 6th video or 7th video that's come out today. So yeah, I kind of needed a breather after that. I mean, if you're a QB needy team right now, you're sweating bullets and you're like, okay, well, this is not great considering all the buzz that has come out. And maybe it's overblown a little bit, but all the buzz that's come out about how, this QB class is not very strong. And that leads me, that could segue into the Aaron Rodgers news because a lot of people are now asking about Jordan Love now that the Rodgers news has come out.
Yes.
And if you were going to bet what happens, Brandon Perna, oh my God, we are so effing on the same page.
You read
Perna.
my mind.
Like, it's not even funny.
If you would Jordan Love to bet on football, do it with DraftKings Sportsbook code GPS. You've got college b-ball coming up, the conference championships, and want to get that action going? Do it with DraftKings because if you're a new customer, you can bet $5 on any team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. It's that simple. If they win, you win. Just like Tom Grossi and I won today. And Illinois listeners, we have some big news. Mobile registration is back, and right now you can sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook simply by downloading the app right to your phone, directly to your phone. You got to plug it into a landline, obviously, but it will go right to your phone. And if sportsbooks are not available in your state yet, you can join DraftKings with their pools. They're free-to-play pools. Everyone can play free all March long. And you can have a chance to win over $250,000 in prizes. Like you could win Russell Wilson yourself.
Cool. Wait, you could win Russell Wilson?
Yep. I'm offering it up right now via DraftKings. They authorized me to do so. Oh.
Wait, we're selling people? I don't think that's good. I think that's trafficking.
No, I mean, it's it's charity. There's a loophole.
We're selling someone's body for charity?
Loophole.
Okay.
If you say loophole, there is one, and it's okay. DraftKings, go GPS.
Double jeopardy.
Ken Jennings.
Okay. So let's talk about the other big news.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Grossi's a little bit happy today too.
My one question for you, Tom, is Aaron Rodgers breaks the news to Pat McAfee. He's going back. Then there's some discrepancies with the contract. Are there any real details of the contract? Because I think it's going to be close to what's been reported. But am I wrong? Is it completely different than what's been reported? Or is it going to be some sort of like nitpicky sort of thing that Rodgers is kind of just trolling everybody a little bit more with?
Well, I think that's the question, because originally, if you recall, Perna, and we talked about it on the show, what had come out was that Rodgers wanted $50 million a year.
Right.
And McAfee texted Aaron Rodgers live on air, and Rodgers said that's categorically false. That's not true. Right? So fast forward now, in which Aaron Rodgers, talking to Pat McAfee this morning, is like, hey, bud, come back to Green Bay. Contract's not done. We're coming back. As soon as that happens, Ian Rappaport comes out and says, oh, yeah, it's $200 million, 4 years, getting $153 million guaranteed, which is the $50 million per year. Right? Now, here's the thing. Thank you, Buzzer. Rodgers flat out said no. And that's the thing they were running with. And McAfee literally is going in Ian Rappaport's mentions and is like, this is wrong. This is not the case. He's going after Bob Domofsky and is saying, no, Bob, guess what? This didn't come from the NFL Network. This came from me, Pat McAfee. And all this stuff is going on. So the point is that no, we don't know what the contract looks like. Now, Ian Rappaport did say that the next 2 years, this season and next season, are pretty good. They help the cap out significantly, so much so that the cap hit of Aaron Rodgers next season wouldn't even be in the top 10 of QBs. I would imagine after that, it's going to shoot on up, but the cap is supposed to shoot on up in 2024. So what I will say is that no, we don't know, but this is with the Jordan Love thing. Until we know, and I'm not even talking about the money, I'm talking about the years, the duration of the contract, we're not going to make a decision on Jordan Love. If Aaron Rodgers is actually going to play for 4 years, because even if it is a 4-year extension, you and I both know he might not play for those 4 years.
Yeah.
If there could be an out after 2 years, what have you. If he plays those 4 years, then Jordan Love is gone. If not, and I've said this many a times, I said it today, I said it a few weeks ago, there's no reason for the Packers to move on from Jordan Love right this second, because God forbid Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. Guess what? We're screwed. So I think at this point, he's barely a cap hit for the next 2 seasons, meaning Jordan Love. You hold on to him for a bit and you see what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. But if he stays for the 4 years, yeah, Love is going to be gone.
Yeah. So. And Love to Denver was really starting to heat up because of the Hackett connection and Rodgers going back. People like, well, you getting Jordan Love now. Makes too much sense.
The Commanders, by the way, I think that they might just draft a QB, to be honest.
Or I would say that, in my opinion, would be Watson's most likely landing spot.
Honestly, with that defense, I mean, if the defense could actually, be like it was a season ago.
Because they're willing to give up a lot for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Sexual harassment, that is their culture. And
True.
The Texans, they'll be happy with what Washington can give them. So that would be where I would think Watson would land.
Yeah.
So, in theory, okay, what Rodgers may have done that he might not be even getting credit for yet, because we don't know. He could ask, he could get many years of a contract. He could say, give me 10 years. I'm only going to play 1 or 2. Let me make a bunch of money. But
then you could spread out
bonuses, all this back-ended stuff. And then when he retires, the Packers aren't on the hook for it, right? Can you just retire and the contract doesn't matter?
But it depends on like the signing bonus, like when he's supposed to get paid out. So if like, I don't think it's going to be in the first 2 years of the contract, but if you're saying like there's guaranteed money that's in there, like there is still going to be some
There could
money
be a
on
dead
the,
cap
on the line. Yeah.
Hit of it. But
so again, I think for the Packers, the biggest surprise to me, because I said this in the offseason, I didn't think that Davante Adams was going to get the franchise tag. And I'm still standing by. I don't think he plays on the franchise tag just because it's $20.5 million. The Packers can't afford it.
No, he'll get a new contract. That's just to buy him more time to work out the details.
It's literally Chris Godwin. Like Chris Godwin and the Buccaneers are going through the same exact thing right now. Now the problem is that Davante Adams and the Packers, everything that I've read and looked at, they are like still like, talking, but not the last season. Things kind of broke down like in August, and then they never got back together. And Adams was very. I know things could have changed, but he was very straightforward in saying, listen, I want to be the highest paid wide receiver in the league. And again, I think he deserves that.
Yeah.
I think for the Packers now, you're just looking at, okay, because a lot of people are hating on the Jordan Love pick even more now. And I get it, right? But it's hindsight. Again, I dare one person to go back to 2019, look at how Aaron Rodgers played, which wasn't horrible. It wasn't terrible. But you look at some of the throws in like week 17 against the Lions, he wasn't that great. And then you're like, okay, maybe starting to decline a little bit. Let's go and get our QB. And all we have to do is draft him in the first and trade a 4th rounder. Okay, let's go get our guy. I don't think anyone would have anticipated he was going to win back-to-back MVPs. So I will say a lot of people hating on Goody in the front office, but let's put it this way. Last year, a year ago today, Aaron Rodgers was done with the Green Bay Packers and didn't want to go back. And in a year, Goody and Mark Murphy fixed that relationship so much so that Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So yes, you might hate on the Jordan Love pick, but then you also got to give them credit for the fact that they were willing and able to reconcile with Aaron Rodgers and bring him back into the fold. And if it turns out to be a Jimmy Garoppolo situation where they get like a 2nd round pick, is it really that big of a deal?
Yeah, they won't get a 2nd rounder for him, but maybe it's a little 4D chess, We're going to draft this guy. He's going to piss off Aaron Rodgers so much that one, he just goes out and wins MVP because we know he's a little bit motivated by spite. But 2, when we smooth over this relationship, which we know we can do, we're going to look smooth. Like, do something that ruffles some waves, but you can calm the waves. That's somebody who's thinking forward. Yeah. Another loser in this trade is, I just saw somebody mention DK Metcalf. It's DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
Have you seen that video that's been posted about the guy walking into the restaurant?
Oh, the giant dude with like just the biggest like muscly dude you've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, so DK Metcalf, again, we talked about Bobby Wagner, like him being released, like it's just the Seahawks, I think, fully committed to like, hey, listen, we're rebuilding. But yeah, like they're going to be a different identity. But with the Packers, I mean, looking forward, the Packers are basically saying, yeah, we're kind of mortgaging our future. And I've said this, these last 2 seasons, I think were the best opportunity for the Packers to win a Super Bowl. Both you and I know, though, and you said it at the top of this show, it doesn't matter if you got the greatest team in the regular season, because it just takes one game for your ass to get right back on home. And the Packers, that's happened to them, right? That's happened to a lot of teams. I don't think anyone would have been like, yeah, the Bengals are going to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, you just have to try and get to the dance. And honestly, it matters about seeding. It matters about injuries. It matters about a million different things, who you're playing. If you have a walk in the park to the Super Bowl, I mean, yeah. And then maybe you're able to catch some lightning. And the Packers, they want to extend that dance out. They want to do it.
100% KC Mack. Shelby is the man I'll miss the most.
Yeah.
It's like people talking about how hard the AFC is too. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll be true next year.
Sure.
Look, the Chargers should have been in the playoffs, but what happened? They lose to the Raiders the last week of the season, right?
The Colts
should have been there. They can't beat the Jaguars. Like, the reason the Bengals were in the Super Bowl is because there is a certain amount of turnover every year in the NFL where a couple good teams are bad for some reasons. A couple bad teams are better. You've got injuries. You've got all of these things that we can't predict now, that we may be sitting at week 15 next year going, is any team going to be able to hang with the NFC? Like, whoever the NFC team is that gets to the Super Bowl, they're going to win it. Like, it changes. It's not necessarily every single year, but like
Strength of
every
schedule
one
means
years,
nothing.
whatever.
It means
it's
nothing.
too unpredictable. That's why the NFL's so good. So the Packers, in theory, should be the best team in the NFC North again. That's a pretty safe bet. But maybe the Vikings give them a run, or maybe Justin Fields with a new coaching staff. The Bears maybe do some different things, and they're more competitive than we think. Or hell, Dan Campbell rides the momentum we know that man was meant to ride, and he makes the Lions a true Don't know. I don't think it's going to happen with the Lions, but
You're talking about that as a whole. Like, you look at the AFC, and we talked about this a bit last season as well. You look at like the young, really good QBs that are in the AFC. You talk about the Lamar Jacksons, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, now the Russell Wilsons, the Justin Herberts. You look at the NFC, Tom Brady, gone, right?
Yep.
Who are the elite QBs in the NFC?
Russell Wilson.
Not there no more. Like, that's what I mean. So, like, you look at, like, like Matthew Stafford, like, I think he's a top 10 quarterback. Maybe Dak. I don't know if he's top 10, anymore. But you look around the league and you're like, the NFC is for the taking. So I have to think, and that, again, I'm not in Aaron Rodgers' mind, but I got to think, like,
that's right now.
Like, there's a shot. You don't have to worry about Tom Brady no more. Look at the NFC South. Good God. The NFC East, maybe you have the Cowboys that are going to come out of that. The West is where you're going to find some problems.
You got the Rams.
Kyler Murray might go play baseball. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen. But I feel good about the Packers, and I understand we're not going to have the same talent. The guys are going to leave. Like Darius Smith is likely going to leave. Hopefully we were able to keep Campbell, but Campbell and Douglas might go. But we're also getting back Jair Alexander, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, right? All these guys who were injured. The Packers with Aaron Rodgers can make the Super Bowl every single season, and maybe they're able to do it this year. I don't know.
The Broncos with Russell Wilson can do the same. They can. I'm not saying they will, but they can. I guarantee we got a Packers-Broncos Super Bowl.
Dude. Oh, my God.
At the conclusion of the 2022 NFL season, Tom Grossi and I will be live streaming together a Broncos-Packers Super Bowl, and we are going to break the fucking internet down.
Live from the Super Bowl. Live from the Super Bowl.
We're 100,000 live viewers as we do it for the Super Bowl stream.
It's in Arizona.
Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, okay, so we'll be at the game is what you're saying.
We'll do it live. Were you not saying that?
I meant what you meant.
If the Broncos go, Brandon Perna.
You're right. I'll be there.
Brandon Perna, if it's the Broncos and Packers at the Super Bowl,
I'm so addicted to work. I just think about the show, baby.
We'll stream from it. No, we will 100% stream from the venue. But, buddy,
dude,
come on now.
We'll buy if they're both in there, we'll pay for a luxury suite and we'll do our show from the luxury suite.
We won't even be paying attention to the game.
Nope.
Because we'll be paying attention.
We'll just be high-fiving.
We'll be like, all right, Joey with a $2 donation. We won't even be looking at what's going on. No. Like,
yes, the Broncos will sign Bobby Wagner. We're going to sign Von Miller and probably whoever else we want.
We can write that off via taxes, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we definitely could.
We definitely could.
We just have to post like a picture to Twitter and Instagram.
We just have to find like $10,000 lying around, and that's where DraftKings Sportsbook would come in and be like, "Hey guys, send us to the Super Bowl."
Yeah, Broncos will be in the playoffs. They might be in the Super Bowl. little more competition in the AFC. But like, are the Bengals going to be back? I don't think so, man. I just don't. The Chiefs, they're going to always put a good team around Mahomes. They're a well-run organization, but they ain't getting back to the really, the Broncos' biggest competition now are the Buffalo Bills. Hate to say it, it's the Bills. It's going to be a championship game between the Broncos and the Bills, and I'm going to have to say Buffalo, not all the way. Again, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have to root against the Bills in the playoffs. Wow, isn't that a luxury I didn't have last year? And I love the Bills, but
the Packers meet the Broncos in the Super Bowl, and we're winning 52-0. And the Broncos are just laying there. Matt LaFleur is going to walk up to Von Miller, who's returned to the Broncos, and say,
"Oh, wow, is that a pancreas?"
In the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that's when everything turns around and you lose 53-52.
Oh man, I shouldn't have talked. I shouldn't have talked smack.
You didn't say what point of the game it was.
That's true. It was just the first quarter.
That door was more open than the wound that pancreas fell out of.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm excited.
Like for you, like that has to be so weird too. Because like you literally are like, all right, we're draft a QB. You know, like
I was starting to get, I don't know if this is false hope, but I was starting to be like, all right,
Rocha,
we can draft a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers will do the helicopter. That would hurt. That would hurt.
Dude, here's the thing. None of because I already saw it on the Twitters because Twitter was in rare form today.
Yes.
I saw it on the Twitters. Was that if Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in any of these 4 years, if it's a 4-year extension, if they're able to win one Super Bowl, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
If they don't, I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Man, like, I don't even know if they've got to necessarily win. They just got to get there. Like, that's the bigger hurdle for the Packers now.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
that. But, I mean, everybody was basically like, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl every year. They're going to three-peat. Well, they didn't even two-peat, and they didn't even get back 3 in a row. Like, it is hard to get back there. And they were a red-hot team last year heading into the playoffs. So, like, they got into overtime. They got the ball first. Things get weird there. You just got to get to the playoffs. That's what it's all about. It's a cliche. Like, you just got to get in. And now my team has a chance to be there with Tom, and I'm just happy. I'm happy that in December of next year, I'll be excited about football. I won't be thinking about which QB we need to trade for. I'll be thinking about,
dude,
I can make a video about the possible Matthew Stafford trade again. Like, I don't know what the next QB big rumor is, but feels like that well might dry up after this season. Is Josh Allen going to be unhappy with the Bills ever? I don't think so. Burrow maybe could get out of Cincy. Like, but I don't know. Thanks, Holly.
Perna getting a Holly hundo. Look at that. Look at that.
Much help to you. I don't know if whiskey helps the pancreas, but I'm going to assume it does right now. And just like Guillermo, when I think about the Raiders, I will think about Holly with the Chiefs. And I'll try to keep a little bit of respect between my shit talking and your team, Holly.
Johnny John John!
No thanks, Tyler. I appreciate it though. I want you to pay $45 million for Kirk Cousins. I put it in the video today. I'm just happy that Aaron Rodgers can finally get Kirk Cousins money.
Yeah.
Honestly, Adam, that's stupid. We gave up a fourth. If you're upset, it's like, oh no, if we just picked him in the first, it would have been fine. We gave up a fourth. Who cares? And I mean that. Who cares? It's fine.
Broncos got a fourth for Russell Wilson. Think about that.
Winning.
We still have three. The Broncos still have 3 picks in the top 100 picks. So
they do.
Like, they're going to pick at the back end of the second round because of the Von Miller trade. We might get Von Miller back. He's basically said, bring me back all week to the Broncos. So if they want him, they can get him. And I think we thought something might be up yesterday because of Von Miller on social media. Like, what's going on with him blatantly talking about coming back to the Broncos and then telling Broncos fans not to worry? He's not teasing us. Like, it was weird. Maybe he knew they were going to go after Russell Wilson, is what I'm saying. And maybe he's going to be next, which we won't know until Monday because the tampering period doesn't start till then. So they can't talk to him. They can't say anything. But
no, is he's still under contract with them?
No, he's a free agent.
That's okay.
So he's an unrestricted free agent. My guess is that maybe he learned that the Rams aren't going to bring him back or can't bring him back. So he gets to test free agency, but he's doing all these like bring me back.
Miller,
posts.
I want to go back to the Broncos, not only to finish my career, but like now you won a Super Bowl again, and now you're going back to a contender. Yeah. Like it's a win-win-win for Von Miller, 100%.
Big win, and it addresses an area of need for the Broncos with a guy who can come in and just be a leader on the team and run with the system, because they're going to run a similar defense as when they had Wade Phillips and Fangio. So this is the huge get for the Broncos, but we might get a couple more nuggets before the draft happens, which is good because first round of the draft can be pretty boring for us. Do you guys have a pick in the first year?
We do.
Picking at third in the 28?
Yeah, we're picking later, but yeah, we do have a pick. Yep. We might trade back, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So yeah, things might get even better. That's the point.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I think again, what I kind of want to hammer home here is you
God bless America.
Did this show for one season with me.
Oh yeah.
And now you're Super Bowl contenders. So
now we are contender, baby. We are contender. Dude, it's going to be fun.
You're welcome.
Be fun. It really reinvigorated me. I don't know how else to say it.
It does. You look younger now.
My beard fell off.
You're a new man.
They're like a lot more snug in the crotch area now for some reason.
Yeah.
I can jump higher.
Oh.
I don't know why I was trying to jump earlier, but like pretty high.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I was walking down the street and just jumped.
Okay.
And an old woman saw me from the house that she was sitting in.
Okay.
She might be a little startled. Might be a little
Did you
worried.
jump the house? You should have jumped the house.
She'd be like, that kid might jump over my house and rob me, which I would then do. If I had superpowers, I would use them to rob old ladies, which is something I've always dreamed of. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. We got Russell Wilson. What's the point? Hello. Welcome to GPS.
Vaughn is going to take $1 to.
He's going to play for nothing.
He's going to come back for $1. He's going to be like, give me $6 and an episode on The Price is Right, and I will be there.
Dude, I was shocked when I looked up the Broncos salary cap to see that they still had 26 million left. So like, how much
like
do we have? Like
10 or something.
10 mil. I don't know anything about math. I was like, oh, all right. That's the thing. Like,
damn. That's crazy. That's true.
Whoa.
That's weird.
Hey, look. And if Kyler stays with the Cardinals,
end of April, and yes,
Arizona could be tough. Just saying. They could. I'm not sold on it, but they could be tough. I forget what I was talking about a second ago because I'm starting to get buzzed. But Von Miller, Broncos, monies.
Cry.
I was crying. Then I was crying with joy.
They asked, what's the Seahawks' next step? And I said, cry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Can you imagine the Seahawks win the division? And the only reason they do it, they finish like 7-10, but they're able to still win the division because everybody else just sucks.
Now, a real question is, what's Gronk going to do? Because he said he wants to play for Joe Burrow. But I could see Gronk going to the Packers if they figure out their money somehow.
I doubt it.
Give the Broncos Gronk is what I'm saying.
Perna, did you see this? Hold on. I'm going to download it so we could show it on here. Please hold 1 second. Someone just tweeted out Russell Wilson just took his first edible after his first edible in Denver. Did you see the part in my take thing?
No.
All right, hold on. I haven't seen it either, so we're both going to be watching it for this first time. It might be terrible, but I'm uploading it right now.
Oh, yeah. Watch it live. This
we're
is what
doing
the
it.
show's built for.
Screw it. We're doing it live. Babusa, listen, we have 4,000 people in here. It's 10:51 right now. We're still rocking. All right, let's see what this video
We
is.
still
Hey guys, Russell here. Yes, the typical boring, yes, Russell, the robot Russell, the one you guys love to know. Real exciting. Yeah, I'm real exciting. But anyways, everybody has to have an alter ego, right? And I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you gotta be unlimited. You know, you gotta have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people ask,
Your QB is lame as hell. Like I hope. Listen, he can play
That's like
football.
so old. That's like a 4-year-old.
It is, but he's just so lame.
Oh yeah, he's super corny, but
He's a really good guy. Like he does a lot for the community. The fact that he goes to like children's hospitals, like he does great. Like I always praise Russell Wilson for the person that he is. But good God, he is the lamest human being on the planet.
Yeah, dude. Well, did they tweet that that's Russell Wilson after one edible?
After one edible in Denver, yeah.
Boom. Okay, that's a good joke. Russell Wilson tweeted out that video, and he said something like, "What wouldn't you want to be unlimited with?" And I tweeted him diarrhea. And then a day or two later, his dog had diarrhea in their house. And he ended the video tweet about that with unlimited diarrhea. So in my heart, I know that he saw me tweet about diarrhea. And ever since then, I've had a respect for Russell Wilson. Shout out. That's my boy, Greg. That's my best friend since age 4.5. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, Greg. I missed that earlier.
Oh, sorry. I'll leave you to it.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. What does Greg do for a living?
He was a teacher like you.
Was?
Yeah, he hated it like you and got out.
Whoa. I didn't hate it. I just was miserable the last year or so.
He was miserable too. He did not hate it.
So what is Greg doing now?
Sales in Florida.
Is he a YouTuber?
No, but he was helping me with my channel at the start of the season, and then he got a real job.
Or does he do a show with you 3 times a week?
No.
Does he text you about Succession?
You want me to say you're my best friend?
No, I don't want to hear. I don't want you to say it just because you want to say it. No.
You know what I can say with a straight face, Tom?
That you dreamed about me moving to Colorado.
Yeah, I did do that. And I used to dream about Greg a lot, but you
I only dream about you and Russell Wilson.
You are 100% my best friend that I've never met in real life.
You know what? That's accurate. That's
hands down. There's nobody that's even close.
People keep asking me that too. They're like, I got asked that on Sunday. They're like, have you ever met him? I'm like, no, never met him.
This video screen.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we talked on the phone, which is almost more intimate than like a in-person meeting. The first time we hung out, but
true.
Anywho.
Oh,
boom. Yeah. Here's and like Tom, Greg's funnier than me. But you know, I desperately seek the attention on YouTube, so
it's all right. I seek it from my parental figures, so it's fine.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Was there any other news? Oh, we didn't talk about it because it happened after, but Calvin Ridley, can we talk about that? I know we're over, but
yeah, that shit was crazy too. No, partying.
Can I talk about all right. me talk about Calvin Ridley because I have some thoughts on this. Let me get this out of the way and say I agree that what he did was wrong and he should be punished for it. Completely and totally agree. However, what I will say is that the standard that the NFL has set for other infractions that are more significant on every level than what Calvin Ridley did when he was off the team, when he couldn't even watch football, is a joke. Because what I've asked from the NFL for years, and I'm never going to get it, is consistency. But the fact that Myles Garrett can hit Mason Rudolph in the head with a helmet and get 6 games, or on top of that, I wish, or on top of that, you can have guys using PEDs, or on top of that, you have domestic violence issues, or on top of that, Deshaun Watson could have technically played. Like that kind of stuff, it's ridiculous to me. So yes, I think that Calvin Ridley should be punished. He shouldn't do it. It should definitely, be investigated, which it was. But the fact that he's getting a year and you have other punishments out there for more serious transgressions, like the NFL just kind of has to look and be like, is it really worth the year? And maybe it's just making them an example of them. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of part of it. I feel like we should look up like criminal acts that get you less than year-long sentences that are far worse than what Calvin Ridley did. It would have been a huge deal if they found out he was betting on like games that he was involved in, or
100%
results that he could have somehow controlled or manipulated. Or
agreed.
He was doing eight
game parlays.
Yeah, like
which he picked the Falcons to win.
Yeah,
that dumb asshole never won money.
No, that motherfucker was betting like me. Like, let me stack all these things. Let me bet on
the Texans to win
MVP. You hit on one, you're like, oh, I could do this all day, baby. But like, it's a weird thing because you cannot have players betting on the league in which they play.
Agreed.
Even though there's some reporters out there will tell you they bet on it all the time. They just do it through their friends and family, which we all made jokes about.
Of course.
Maybe it's true, but like, yeah, it's the consistency that continues to bother me.
Antonio Brown faked a vaccine card, Perna. He faked a bet. He got 3 games. He got 3.
Yeah. After settling a rape lawsuit the year before.
He got 3 games.
Antonio Brown got 8 games the season before for all of the crazy stuff he did, and they're like, he might have sexually assaulted somebody. Let's just give him 8.
The man is also throwing dildos with the cop.
You're out of here a year.
Like it's just, and that's what I mean. In a vacuum, like if you just look at the Calvin Ridley thing, you're like, oh yeah, getting a year, that makes sense. He bet on regardless of the circumstances, because I understand you can't be super subjective. He bet on the game. You shouldn't do that. Bam, slap on the wrist. Like, here's a year suspension. But when you start comparing it to all the other stuff that the NFL has penalized players for, it's like, not really sure the punishment fits the crime there.
Yeah.
Humble opinion. It's just my humble opinion.
Weird. At first, you're like, oh, this seems bad. And then you learn a little more. Like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever. Like,
which, by the way,
harsh,
I agree with that. I disagree with that completely. That whole Pete Rose, he has to he has to get permission to go to baseball games and shit. Like, that's why no one cares about the MLB. Like, that's why baseball is dying literally in a hole somewhere. But they're like, oh, maybe if we ban bunting, more of the younger generation and the TikTokers will watch. No, that's why no one gives a shit about baseball. But what I'm saying here for the NFL and what I've been preaching for years is that, again, just be consistent. They can't be consistent in their officiating. They can't be consistent in their freaking punishments that they deal out. It's a joke.
I truly believe they have a spin wheel for their punishments. How long will Calvin Ridley get suspended? And
man, it was 3
Drew Carey
days
is
for a
right
year.
there as they do it. It's a real spectacle.
Yeah. It's funny but it's not.
I think he's allowed to file an appeal still at this point, and maybe they'll hear it and reduce his suspension. And the thing I was kind of worried about was Ridley stepped away from the game for some mental health stuff he was going through. And my concern, and I'm part of the problem, I understand this, but just the reaction on social media, I'm like, oh, this guy's going to get dunked on so hard today. And for somebody who's like kind of struggling with some things, I need to step away from football, and then to go through all that, I'm like, I hope he's all right, because it's going to be a rough day for him. Luckily for Calvin, a little 24 hours too late, but the next day, besides us right now, nobody's talking about Calvin Ridley.
No.
Nobody. It was Rodgers, and then he got one up by Russell Wilson.
Sure.
Like, the news cycle is so short that, like, in a week, be like, oh yeah, Calvin Ridley did that thing. Like midway through next season, people are like, why? Where's Calvin Ridley?
Yeah.
Why isn't he with the Falcons? But
so
you know,
Perna, I was stewing on this a little bit yesterday. So I want to lay out a scenario for you. You're Tom Brady, right?
Yeah. If you don't ever say that about me.
Let's rewind a little bit. The issue with Calvin Ridley is that maybe he would, like, I don't know, call Matt Ryan and be like, hey, I mortgaged my house. I really need you to throw
3 touchdowns.
Cordero Patterson like 18 times, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me Tom Brady, who's retired, doesn't have all these contacts with NFL players who are currently playing, and he calls them and goes, hey, you know, I put a $1 million bet that, you know, this guy was going to score a touchdown this week. What's the difference? And I mean that. I'm not even being facetious. What is the difference between that and Calvin Ridley? I'm not saying any other player. I'm saying that and Calvin Ridley.
Tom Brady's old.
Done.
Fixed it. Yeah, there's not. Like, but Tom Brady couldn't be part of a game. So,
correct. But neither could Calvin Ridley. Like, that's what I'm saying.
He was not a part of the games when he was doing it. That's
what I'm saying. In that specific scenario, what is the difference between him and someone else who is removed from the game, yet has all these contacts, which, by the way, Calvin Ridley, there was an investigation, made none of that contact. I really want to know, what is the difference? And I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I'm literally asking, like, is there a difference between someone who has all these contacts and like Pat McAfee? He's retired. He has his own show. That man knows a lot of current players.
Yeah. Oh no, a guy like Pat could have a much broader impact on bets.
Correct.
Because he does. Like, that's why their deal with FanDuel was so big. Like,
it's amazingly
big.
His
audience, they shift lines. So many people are betting on what they're talking about. They make the bets better for the audience when they win, and much better for the sportsbook when they lose.
Correct.
So, like, if I were Tom Brady and I knew which guys were kind of weak, which guys buckle under pressure, but were friends of mine. So say you thought that about Matt Ryan and you were Tom Brady.
Sure.
I don't know why you would think that Matt Ryan might kind of buckle under pressure if you're Tom Brady.
Give that man a call.
But you call Ryan, you go, yo, Ryan.
The Texans were talking crap about you this week. They were saying some nasty stuff.
And I bet 100K on you to hit the over. 400 passing yards. So go out there and do it. But Tom Brady, you bet the opposite, because you know once you tell Matt Ryan that, he's going to choke and he's going to crumble. And you manipulate the guys you know who, when the extra pressure's on, not going to perform. That's how I'd do it if I were Tom.
Yep.
Dude, here's how desperate I was this morning when Rodgers was going back to the Packers. I was starting to go, you know what? Maybe Tom Brady doesn't retire and he joins the Broncos, and I'll be very happy.
Oh, wow. You were deep in the hole.
Like, I was starting to think, could I actually be happy with that?
You would. You said you wouldn't. You would. You would. Now you won't because you're like, I got Russell Wilson. But if you did not get Russell Wilson and you were staring down the barrel of a gun known as Drew Lock starting for the Denver Broncos, you would be like, Papa? You would welcome Tom Brady with open arms. You would just be like, smash the Lego head. Nay, nay, nay. You play it in reverse, so it's you building it back up. 100%. 100%.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, Tom. We can get out of here in a second. So there's some people trying to suggest that Aaron Rodgers wanted to come to the Broncos, but they had their eyes set on Russell Wilson instead and said, no, not Aaron. We're going with Russell.
No.
You think that's true?
No. You're saying the Broncos turned down Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Not on your best day, buddy. Not on even. And I know you and Will Keys talked about this before with your podcast. Go check that out. You talked about it saying like, there was always that fear that even if Aaron Rodgers came over, like he's talking about retirement, maybe he retires in 1 or 2 years. These are your words.
Yeah. No, that was like, I'm like,
like that's
Rodgers,
a legitimate concern.
Yeah. I don't know how long he's going to play.
But no, not on your best day. Like no. If Aaron Rodgers like, yeah, Denver, I want to come. And Nathaniel Hackett's like, nah, sorry. Like, no. It's it, buddy.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense about that, right? Is like, you got the coach who Rodgers would love to play for and that loves Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
This is Rodgers. This is Russell Wilson.
They're both drafts.
They're both really good.
I'm sorry.
Rodgers probably a little bit better than him, but
a little bit better. Lower that hand significantly.
No, just a tiny bit.
Have you seen Russell Wilson play in Lambeau? Have you seen it? I have.
Guess what? He don't have to play there no more, baby.
He doesn't, unless the Broncos wind up playing the Packers in the next 4 years, which they will, and if it's a home game.
Okay, a regular season game. Don't care. Russell Wilson, 2020, 40 touchdowns, 13 picks. 2019, 31 touchdowns, 5 picks. 2018, 35 touchdowns, 7 picks. Last season, just 6 picks, 25 TDs. Had the
he was also injured a lot of the season.
It was kind of a weird season, but he's pretty damn good still. Plus, he's never had a good offensive coach.
Do you want him riding out on Thunder for the first game?
Oh, I want him to play on Thunder. I want him to become one with Thunder until they're a centaur.
Now, how would that happen?
And then I want to watch him. I won't even say it.
I think wasn't there a play that Daniel Radcliffe was in where he did something?
That's right, though. Yeah, there was.
That's what you want. That's what you want Russell Wilson to do. You know what? Honestly, though, I want you to take a moment. You close your eyes if you have to. Picture Russell Wilson as a centaur. I could do it pretty easily, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. And I hate how easy that was. It popped into my mind, and I was like, yeah, I see it. Like, clearly and vividly. I was like, yeah. He would be, and he's just like, I'm Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. He's got that steed-like upper body build. Oh, yeah. He could be a half horse, man.
He could be a half horse.
Oh, yeah. Things are good. Football's going to be so good. GPS is...
What happens when Thunder takes a dump on the field and no one sees, and Wilson slips on it on the first play?
Russell Wilson injured in horse crap accident at Mile High Stadium.
Yep. You just be like, well, back to Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, a head coaching job in Denver is dangerous.
It's true.
Gary Kubiak had health issues, had to go to the hospital. Oh, damn it. I had another example, and then I went blank. Gary Kubiak.
Big Fangio.
Fangio started his first game passing a kidney stone. That was the other one.
Well, no, he also had that press conference, though, right? That was like there was something wrong with him during the press conference?
I don't know. Yeah, that he was flossing there.
Okay.
Is the Broncos' first game, the Hall of Fame game, so it's preseason. He was passing a kidney stone.
He's just on the sideline.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm going to coach through it. Like, you really don't have to. It's a meaningless. Nope, I'm going to do it. So Nathaniel Hackett, fair warning, a little dangerous job.
He's passing a kidney stone in the Gatorade cooler, and they're like, "Coach, we drink out of that." He's like, "No!"
He's like, I don't care. Save it for me. I'm going to make meatballs with it later.
It's like putting a cork in it. It's
Yeah.
fine. It brings out the flavor. Oh, man. It's 11-11. Make a wish. Oh, wait. You already got it.
I
And
already
so
got
did
my
I. We
wishes.
got our quarterbacks.
I wish everybody else gets their wish.
No. Do you know how many people are wishing for Aaron Rodgers' downfall?
I'm going to have so much fun looking at Aaron Rodgers as a villain now.
Oh, no. Here comes the heel turn. Yeah. That's gonna be bad.
Yeah. He's going to be a bit of a villain now. I
I'm
don't
curious
have to-
what this dynamic is going to be on GPS now. It's
gonna
never
get
going to be the same.
saucy. Yeah. I still respect him because he's still really good,
But now you're like, you know what? Those comments he made about COVID, because there was a time where you were like, he could say the craziest crap. I don't
he
want him
can,
as
and
my
I still hope he
QB.
does.
Yeah. And now you're just like, yeah, I never really liked him. He was a little too out there for me.
Yeah. I still like him because he was out there, but
Yes.
he led us on. Maybe not with his words himself, but his heart, he did.
But with his body.
Yeah.
He did. All right, Brandon Perna, it's 11-12 on the East Coast. Yes. What do you got coming out tonight in the next few minutes?
I will be dropping a 50 reasons Russell Wilson actually makes the Broncos a Super Bowl contender.
I will 100% watch that, retweet it, and share it if you make that drunk right now.
Oh, God, no. I'm going to go to bed.
I know, but you only get to reason 3, and then you just pass out and drool on your desk, but you upload it anyway.
We ride and we die together.
That's for Russ, my boy Russ. Yeah, we need a Russ and an Aaron clip to add to this. But I'm doing nothing tonight. Hopefully I'll get a video up tomorrow. Tom, you did 7 videos today, if you count streams, right? And you do.
Yep.
That's insane, man.
Dude, I can't tell you how happy I was. I was sitting there. I tweeted about it. I had a moment of reflection because this is going to be the first free agency where I'm not teaching and doing this at the same time. And I sat there for a hot second after I uploaded like 4 videos, and I was like, holy shit, I'm home. Like, I don't have to be sitting like on a break or in a faculty meeting going, oh my God, when I need to get home. I need to get this out right now. Because I just did. And it felt so good. I was so happy. I had a dream that I literally was teaching in hell the other day. I've been like legitimately, it was actual hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's feeling pretty good. I'm feeling real good about it. So yeah,
It's good. Things are good. And it's funny. Last night I was having a mini panic attack about being a YouTuber. Today I feel the
Me
exact
too,
opposite.
dude. I was bugging. I had that dream while I was teaching in hell. The whole dream, because people want to hear this. The whole dream was that I exposed the board of ed of corruption.
That was me. I was trying to give you like a little bit of effect for your speech.
Thank you. I exposed them for corruption. That's it. For corruption. And also misdoings. And I reported them. And I said, hey, what you're doing is wrong. And they fired me.
Those bastards.
And I said, oh no, Tom,
Bastards.
what are you going to do? You going to make silly football videos?
What
No
we
one's
do is
going to watch
stupid.
it.
We know.
They're not going to watch.
What we do is stupid.
But then I woke up and I looked and I said, Tom, you got 280,000 subscribers. I don't know how you did it, but you did.
You did it good.
And now we here.
Let me lick you like a lollipop.
And now we're grooving at 11:15 at night with some lo-fi beats
Yeah.
with Brandon Perna, who's in Colorado. We
call
here right now,
poetry in motion.
and we're rocking 95.7
That's enough.
WGPM.
I think we should do more of that.
I
It felt
completely
right.
agree.
It felt right.
I loved all of it.
Yep. It felt right.
Inject wants to know what music that was.
It's called Night Driving, and it is a stock music piece that StreamYard's put into their app here.
Wait, StreamYard has music?
Yeah.
Where?
Background music under brand. If you just scroll all the way down past background.
What?
Yeah, you can add music.
You never told me this.
Well, I thought I
This is
did.
lo-fi.
Play
Yeah.
the volume. Should get wild.
I probably shouldn't put my speaker up there. That's probably dumb. Acoustic cinematic.
Yeah.
Who are we? Is today yesterday? Or is yesterday tomorrow? Spirit.
Making my way downtown.
We got this. We got this. Perna, we still have 3,000 people in here. By the way, folks, I just want to say it's GPS After Dark. I fucking love you all for tuning in. We had 4,000 people
Dude.
in this freaking fracking stream. You got 2 people talking about the foosball. We're drinking. We're having a good time. And I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you supporting this show.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
supporting
like-
both of us.
I freaked out a little bit. I was listening to Mr. Beast on Joe Rogan, and
Same.
and it made you just feel worse about what your life.
But dude, I sent you that podcast that he did like 6 months ago, and I
Yeah.
was like, dude, like he's got it down.
Yeah.
He's got it down.
And
Yeah.
like, there's so much he says that makes sense and it's wise, and I'm just like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. There's things that don't really apply to us because
Correct. It's so
sports is
niche.
a little bit different, and deciding to be like 2 guys who just basically do almost everything themselves, except for what help they get from a few cool people you have, like Will Keys, and you got people,
Johnny Rockford.
Johnny and Kirsten, people who make you
Kirsten.
stuff to
Yep,
post.
the mods.
But like, I don't know if I want to get to a place where I have a team. But what freaked me out is like, you can get really good be as a YouTuber, and a lot of them you just have like a 2-year run. I was like, well, I'm at the end of my 2-year run. He's like, I'm going to try to go for like, I want to be relevant for like 10 years. I was like, oh yeah, I've never been relevant on YouTube, but like, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, can I only make a living doing this for 2 years? And I'm at the end of that. Then you like calm down later. Like, no, it's sports. It's a different thing. I have slow growth. There's a cycle to it. Just don't suck. Just always try to be good at doing it. And you're not going to blow people away, but hopefully you entertain them enough where they come back, and you're going to be fine, Brandon. You're going to be fine. I talked myself off the ledge, but I was like, oh God, what am I doing?
Dude, I scaled back a bit, like, because I was like, I need to like calm down. Like, I literally this season,
You took
I
a half a break. Tom took a half a break.
I did I still did content every day. Like I did content Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm only going to do a 2-hour lore stream and a Q&A today. And like, I was going up 3 subscribers, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. I suck. Like no one's going to watch my channel anymore. Like I hit it. I hit the wall, and I hit it hard. Like I'm done. Like it's just bad. But listen, they keep on coming back like Holly Hundo with a hundo.
Rand's World. Oh my God, one of my favorite
Party
movies.
time. Excellent. You know what, Perna? I know it's only a hundo, but if you don't mind, I want to play a little something special. Yeah. It's so great. It was such a great creation you made.
Wayne, you speak Cantonese? Yeah, that's the other thing. Mr. Beast is only 23. That's what really pissed me.
Oh yeah, you're just like, I want to die. I just want to die.
But I respect him. He's like, I don't really make that much money because I put it all back into my channel. I'm like, well, I ain't doing that shit. I got a kid and a wife and a family and a house.
I don't have any of that. Literally, not a thing you just mentioned.
I got a lot of bills to pay.
Oh my God, we got another hundo. What's going on?
Party on, Ollie.
Let's freaking
Johnny John John!
No, but like he talks about, I know now we're totally off sports, but like he talks about for 10 years, he's obsessed. Like he is literally obsessed about YouTube. And I will be honest, yeah, that's how I am most of the time. Like they're today, dude, like I was talking to myself while I was editing and I was like, gotta get this out. Like you gotta get this out right now. Like right this second, you have to get this out, you know, so then you could be like first and you could be, you know, because even though, you know, you and I are larger in terms of, you know, subscribers and viewers and all that great stuff, I still like view the entire plane of like, oh man, like they're going to like one up me or they're going to get it out first or theirs going to be better, what have you. It's just, oh shit.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, that's cute
That's the thing. I
That's
don't want to
cute.
let that wife down. I want to be there.
You could
As a
never let her
man.
down, Brandon Perna. The way
Well,
she
I
talks
mean-
about you, the way she talk, come on now. There's nothing you could suck and fall flat on your face tomorrow. You know that lady's still going to be there. You know she's still going to be there.
We lived in my parents' basement together.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing gonna break
You know
us.
she's still going to be there.
Ain't nothing gonna break us.
You got a monkey tail.
Yeah.
Nah.
I did.
Nah. That's
She
it.
was like, yeah, that's cool.
That's it.
No, it's just like I'll never be the guy who does obsess about my work that way. Like I'll put in all the work and I'll obsess while I'm working, but I'm not going to spend my extra time trying to be better at YouTube. Like that's just a reality of who I am. I figured out like a format that I like doing, and I'm probably not going to stray from it that often. I did today with the reaction video, and but even that, it's still like it's like the same thing. It's just a little bit different presentation. But like, I was just like, I'm not going to do those things. That's just not. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I want to make the show I like making. And I don't care if that means I got to grow slow forever. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just me grappling with my own limitations and what I'm willing and what I'm not willing to do. But every now and then it gives you a gut check because you're 100% responsible for making sure you keep your channel going.
If you don't do anything, you don't make money.
Yeah, the rewards are great.
Yeah.
But if you stop, you feel like you're going to die. And like you, Tom, like I was sick, so I didn't make videos Friday. I couldn't do anything Saturday. Like I got behind on stuff. And I think that snowballed into like, oh God, you didn't capitalize on last week because you got sick like a pansy, little pansy, little butt flu. You couldn't do anything. And now you're behind. And now you missed out on opportunities to make money. And now you didn't do everything you could to grow your channel. You are going to fail if you don't keep it up. But then we get Russell Wilson. I'm like, oh, YouTube is easy. This is so easy. I'll never screw up again.
Dude, I'm sitting here, like legitimately, because there was a gap between when I put out my last video and when you and I were going to stream tonight. And I was like, I really need to put out that Seahawks fan reaction video tonight. Like, I need to do it. Like, I need to go and dive in and do like the 3 hours of research and then like, you know, record it and put all out and stuff like that. Because right now, there's a wave, right? There's a wave that's going on right now, and I need to ride that wave because it's not next week. No, next week's free agency. 3 weeks from now, I'll be happy if I get 100 subscribers in a day. You know, and like that's the thing that always gets at me because I'm like, oh my God, like, am I not capitalizing?
100 subscribers in a game.
What'd you say?
I said I still am happy when I get 100 subscribers in a day.
Hell yeah. Boop, boop. Dustin with a hundo. Bring out the drunk man.
Johnny John John! Woo!
But I think it's also like you compare yourself again. Once you start getting down that rabbit hole of comparing yourself to other people, you're dead.
No.
Like I've always said, there's people who have talked to players, who've talked to opportunities. I did this when I did the charity thing. When I did the 8-hour fundraiser, like we raised $51,000 and I was the happiest person on earth. But during the fundraiser, and people will attest to this, I was like, dude, like I kind of feel like shit. Like I didn't get any players on. I reached out to dozens of players and not a single one got back to me. And like I was like, you know what? Like I ain't hot shit. Like I suck. Like that really is a bummer. I want to put out the best show, what have you. And like you said, like it gut checks you like really hard.
It does. And I mean, players in like that level, it's you got to have you just got to get one that knows other players, and the opportunity grows after that, right? Like once Pat McAfee started bringing on Aaron Rodgers, it opened up which guests would go on that show too. And then after ESPN dropped their embargo thing, but like now that's like the preferred destination for people to go to, right?
Sure.
We ain't there yet. I don't know if we're going to get there because I don't even know if we want guests because we like just talking about ourselves. But that's, I think, the next step for the show is just getting on more guests. And I don't even want to go after players necessarily. It's more so like I just like to bring on other people doing sports YouTube stuff and having more conversations with them. But yeah, you can't feel bad about that because you do compare to others. And you put on one of the best streams of the year and the amount of money you raised is insane. It was the biggest success you could have. But like, if you're always trying to be better, you're going to pick apart. Like that's what athletes do. They can have a great game, but they're going to look at the things they did wrong and try to get better. I'm going to have a great game personally, and I'll be like, fuck, I just crushed it. I don't need to do anything better. You just nailed that.
Nailed it.
And then I'm going to tank and I'll be like, you suck at everything. I like swinging the pendulum far back and forth. You're great, Perna. You suck, idiot. Oh, look at how awesome you are. Nope, you suck.
Look at it go, laddie.
Yeah, that's how I balance it out. Never
Jesus
happy
Christ. Kaylee with a hundo. Boop, boop.
Oh my God.
Kaylee, and I'm happy you're here. We got a lot of drunk man tonight. Man.
Johnny John John!
I love it.
We'll get Peyton Manning. Actually, we get Russell Wilson probably every Tuesday. Hey, Russ. Russ. Somebody clip this. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers already goes on Pat McAfee every Tuesday. If you want to come on the upcoming show, the next McAfee, one where we will tailor it to whatever you want. You want to talk about Mr. Unlimited? We're going to talk about Mr. Unlimited. You want to talk about Jesus? We're going to talk about Jesus. It's your show every Tuesday for 30 minutes. Boom. If that doesn't sell him, then we're going to just get whoever. We'll get somebody else. Tom's doing shots because
someone said I should. Honestly, yeah, I got enough.
Yeah,
hundos.
we like peer pressure. Peer pressure us into drinking.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too. Like you and I do this show, and behind the curtain a little bit, this is a little inside baseball, which is funny because it's the only baseball going on right now. But
Suck it, MLB.
Suck it. But like you and I talked about it, like before we even had DraftKings or we didn't even have a sponsor or what have you. And people know, like, I don't do sponsors anyway. But like we were talking about, like, yeah, we'll just do this show. Like we'll do it, what have you. And the people like come out, like the fact that people come out and they're like, even if they give us $100 a day, like just to do the show is wild. It's wild. We're doing it at 11 o'clock in the morning, on the East Coast. It's freaking awesome.
No.
So
that was the other message though. It's like, look, if you want to do something, just do it. Like that's what it's like. Nobody believed in him. He hated school. He didn't want to do anything, Mr. Beast. And he just took Tom years, took me years to get going. Like, if you want to do that shit, just do it. And I like doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just never going to do it in a way where I'm going to be the most successful at it. But I don't have to be. Like, doing this show with you was something not last year, the year before I wanted to do. And then I chickened out because of my baby. We've talked about that before, but like,
I worked. It's fine.
Like now I have more aspirations for this show than my own like channel. Like I want to turn this show into something because it's fun. It's really fun to do it. The videos, they're great. The process is great, but like just bullshitting about football for an hour is pretty awesome.
Depends on what.
That's why, like, we can turn this into something bigger. That's the next goal.
10, I'm good.
So send this to
God.
the president of all of the big ones.
That's all it is. Yeah, no, but that's at the end of the day, like that's what it is. But you also, I mean, you've been successful for a while at this, right? I mean, like you were successful back when I first met you 7 years ago. You know, like you had thousands of subscribers, and to me, I was like, holy crap! If I ever get to Brandon Perna's point, that's wild. It's that perspective. Like, there's sometimes I put out a video. And I'm like, wow, like I put that out and it gets 100 views. I'm like, that's great. Because I remember if a video hit 100 views, I was over the moon, over the moon. So like now, I mean, like you've gotten to a point where you get to pay all your bills. Yeah. You have a house, like you have a family, like you're able to provide for all of them. Like that's success, right? It's not about like going out and being like, oh, I'm rich and famous and I got a private jet and all that great stuff. Like that's all cool crap. Don't get me wrong. But like, it depends on what your level of success is. And for you, you've been able to sustain that and been able to build up a legitimate business out of it. Where like each month you're like, hey, I get to provide for my family by making YouTube videos. That's pretty darn good.
No, that's the best. It's the best. There's levels of comparison are a dangerous thing, but you also have to have places you want to go. You know what I mean? To keep yourself motivated.
Absolutely.
And, it's like a line of like, do you want to do something? And you should try to do things different, and you should try to stay fresh and relevant and make sure people enjoy what you're doing. But if you change it to something you don't enjoy doing,
it's miserable.
That's not the point. So like, it's like it is an endless conversation you could have about how you structure content, right? Or how you do.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want to make jokes about football. I get to do that with you. I get to do that on my show. And it's pretty good. And it's pretty good when you get a good quarterback because you were dying inside beforehand. Also, another risk here. This is the first drink I've had since I did get the butt flu.
Oh, no.
$50 donation. Whoa, wait a second. Okay, you can root for the Packers a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
That is a pancreas. That is a pancreas.
I don't know how this whiskey's going to go through me is my point. And I had a big bowl of chili for dinner. So,
buddy.
Really...
Okay, you know what? You can't blame the whiskey then. If you're eating a whole bunch of chili after you just had the butt flu, my man, like that's not
You're going to test my insides tonight, LaFleur.
No, you're going to test your plumbing tonight.
Yeah, well, LaFleur might be removing parts of my butt. Oh, my God. Speaking of...
Flatulent giving you
it
a
is Flatulent 1. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Flatulent 1. Seahawks loyalist, you drop serious money on this show, usually a $69.69 donation, Flatulent.
Yes, he does.
I will try to remember you when I talk smack about the Seahawks from now on, Flatulent 1.
Johnny John John!
Oh,
like,
we
dude,
playing with fire.
Like right now, like we're two idiots talking about football at near midnight, and people are like,
buzzed,
here's our hard-earned money. Like that's still like the fact that I could do a channel with no sponsors and like people are just like, here, this is how you make a living is wild to me. Wild.
It is insane. It's fun. That's the best
I love
part.
it.
And everybody showing up all the like you depend on it.
Yeah.
So like off season when news gets a little low, there's not some interesting things, less people watch the show, the live show, like where is everybody? Where guys?
Yep.
Guys? But you're here when the big news drops.
Listen.
But like you think you're doing something wrong and you're not. It's just football's cyclical. And no matter how many cycles you go through, every end of February, you're like, oh God, is my channel going to? Oh no, it was
every time.
Here's free agents.
Every time.
Again. Oh God, April's getting a little. Oh, here's the draft.
Yep.
Into May through July. That's try to enjoy the summer, but you're like, is everybody going to come back in August? And they always do. So,
yeah, you're just like, oh crap, this should take my money.
Yeah.
Well, that's again, like that's the insanity of what we do. And it's, oh my God,
Get
people are
1,000 likes. Emotional support Vikings asking for 1,000 likes. We can get there. You can do it.
for the kitty. Boop! We got a
Yeah.
fitty from Kyle. I got a meow for you. I got
Meow.
Oh my God, what's happening? Kip with a 69. Boop! Surprise with a random clip.
Oh, here,
man.
I got it.
You got it?
Guess who will not be going this year?
Go Chargers, go.
Because Russell Wilson's
Yes.
going to beat your
Yes.
booties.
Library. Worked there for
Whoa.
10 years. For
Hey.
10 years. Well, that's the thing. You and I have both done this for free. We have done this, not GPS, but we've done our show for free.
Never do GPS for free.
Never. But we've done this show for free. And like that, the fact that now it's like, oh, we could pay like our electric bill with this. Like that's insane. It's still wild to me years later. I mean, I haven't been making like serious money for very long on YouTube, but like the fact that now that it's happening still it's crazy to me. It's something I'm never going to get over.
No.
But that's when, like, because I know what it's like I know what it's like longer than what I know, I know what it's like. So that's because I keep going back to it. Like, well, you know, this is it. I'm going back to making no money with this again. Except now I don't have a real job to fall back on.
Yeah. I mean, you could just do a different YouTube thing. That's my backup plan. If this channel gets destroyed or something, like I'll just start another YouTube channel. Like once you figure out how to do it, like I'll do something that's not football next time. And then when I hate the other thing that I made, I'll switch it up again.
That's it.
Boom.
We just keep on going. Like we're going to talk about cricket today.
I'll eat a cricket right now.
Oh, a lot of protein.
$50,000 in super chats.
Perna, I'm sorry. We're going to go 8 more minutes though.
We're going to hit 2 hours.
I want to get 2 hours. I want to get 2 hours in. Because we're not doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, we're taking tomorrow off because we did it today. Oh, Paul, you son of a gun. Oh, thank you. Broncos Moneyball, Will Keys special.
There you go. Yes, Tom's cool too.
Yeah, Tom's nice.
That's all right. That's okay.
Boom.
That's okay. We've been watching Perna. He made a video beating the Ravens with 7 TDs. Oh, that's an old one.
That was the first recap I ever did.
Okay,
so that's the first video that I was like, oh, I know. Okay, people watch this one. This is awesome.
Oh, people. Okay. It's true.
That was the first video that made me feel like this. Perna, I can't do gaming videos because I suck at video games. I'm so bad. Dude, they're honestly so hard now. They're so hard.
They are, but I beat a boss before I came on the show.
Did. I was bragging.
I was so happy. I was like, so happy.
Dude, when Tom joins the show, his camera's never on. I just hear his voice. It's like the voice of God speaking to me. Because he comes in, he's either singing something funny or he's got a voice. Tom was like, I'm laying here naked and I just beat a boss in a video game. I'm ready to go, Perna. It wasn't exactly what he said, but it was close.
It was close enough, though. It was
I imagined you were naked while you were playing.
I actually had just these clothes on, but yeah, it's
whatever. Don't kill the mood.
But I set a limit for myself too, because people were asking me to stream that game, and I'm like, I need to do something for myself. Like, I need to sit there. Like last night, I'm doing it because I shouldn't do it. Like, I worked, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play this till 2:00 in the morning. Like, why not? And I was silent the entire time, except when I was screaming when I was dying. Oh yeah, it's Elden Ring. But
is that a Lord of the Rings game?
No, it's a Dark Souls game, like Dark Souls, like it's the really hard ones. Yeah, so yeah,
there's some buzz about that. I saw it on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's good. Best experience at Lambeau. Oh, honestly, probably the best one I went. I mean, definitely the Legendary Tour. You get to go on the rooftop and stuff. It's fun, but probably honestly the best one I've ever did was when I went by myself. I stayed up for 24 straight hours. But like just being there during a playoff game and just like feeling that, it was pretty damn cool. It was pretty damn. That was when the Randall Cobb got the Hail Mary right before halftime, and that was pretty freaking awesome. So, yeah, it was good.
Are the Packers going to be able to get any free agents, or are they going to have just no money? We got to wait for the contract details, don't we?
We got to wait for the contract details. I think the problem is like Davante Adams is not going to come to a deal, with the Packers, anytime soon. They have until July to do that.
Historically, though, pretty quiet in free agency, except for the Smith runs.
2018, yeah. When I was at work and I wanted to die. Yeah, we got Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, Billy Turner, Adrian Amos. Yeah. So I don't think that they're going to be too aggressive because I just don't think they have the capital to do so. But I think it's going to be about retaining guys. If we could retain a Russel Douglas or a Devondre Campbell, I will be a happy man. Yeah. But we need Devondre Campbell more than Russel Douglas. I'm sorry. And I really like Russel Douglas, but we're getting Jair Alexander. That's what the big news will be. Jair Alexander is going to get extended soon because we have to for the cap space. And plus, he's due a mega contract. So Jair Alexander.
Yeah,
so
good.
He'll be doing. How you feeling, bud?
Dude, did you know Russell Wilson's my quarterback?
He is.
I am feeling aight.
Now the thing is,
wait. There was a point I wanted to make about Russell Wilson. Last offseason,
yes,
apparently, right? Seahawks brass met with Chicago Bears brass and South or North Dakota or some shit. Had a deal worked out. Chicago said no. Broncos fans been linked to Chicago because we thought we were going to draft Justin Fields. Instead, the Bears get Justin Fields. So we've been like, we're going to watch Justin Fields. We're going to see what his progression is. And now that we got the first quarterback that they wanted, Russell Wilson, full circle, really Chicago. And I know Tom's going to agree with this. You lost out.
You guys suck.
I did not feel bad about not having Justin. We need to get Adam Rank on here to talk about that. But
I love me some Adam Rank.
That wasn't really a great point. But what were you going to say that was probably better?
I don't even remember. You started talking about things and I was just listening to you and I forgot all my thoughts.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, it'll be $1. I think Von Miller will come back for $1. That's it.
He'll play on the vet minimum.
Yeah.
And then he'll give all his money to me.
I did. I put out a Broncos and a Seahawks fan reaction to Russell Wilson being traded today. I did a duo.
It's probably got 3 times the views as mine. So go watch it, guys.
I don't know how many views it has right now. Hold on. I can tell you right now. Oh, Brandon Perna's live right now?
Oh, cool.
I had good growth today though. Jesus. That was good. Wow, that has over 100,000 views already.
You son of a bitch. Mine has 80.
That's great.
Yeah, that's very good. But if I want to compare myself to you right now, I am failing.
But you don't do reaction videos.
No, I don't.
That's the thing.
I felt bad doing it, but I'm like, actually, this is kind of fun. This is a fun change up.
Great.
I'm not going to keep, don't worry.
Great. I don't care.
It's actually it's way easier than my videos.
Which, by the way, I need to actually talk to you about that. We got to do it.
I shouted you out in the video. So go
did you?
subscribe to Tom. Yeah.
Appreciate it. No,
I was like, yeah, I'm stealing Grossi's format. I don't care because he's going to win a lot of games. But go check out Tom's channel. I give a shout out.
Appreciate that. No, I need to talk about because we need to do our the Broncos year one.
Oh, yeah. We collab on that for sure.
100%. I want to put it out on Thursday.
This week?
Yeah.
I should be able to get you something tomorrow. So
It's called capitalizing on views.
Yes.
All right, I'll send you a rundown tomorrow. I'll get you a rundown just like Jim in the office. I'll get you a rundown.
Yeah.
I'll get you a rundown. Yeah. We'll
so by rundown, what exactly are you looking for here?
It's not that complicated.
Right.
Not
Okay.
that complicated.
Yeah. Dude,
Folks,
that's such a good Idris Elba, the man. Anyway.
Thank you. I am nowhere near as sexy as Idris Elba.
No.
Never.
He better be the next James Bond. We're hitting 2 hours. We did a 2-hour stream.
We just did a 2-hour stream. How's Jamal Adams feeling about the Russ trade? He's like, come on, man. He's like, I left the Jets for this.
Yeah.
Might go back to the Jets. They still have a Wilson.
until the Broncos, or until the deal is completely done, I'm going to refrain. But the Seahawks are horrible at trading. Seahawks are stupid.
Done.
Oh.
Done. But folks, we just did a 2-hour stream. And it was funny because I couldn't do math or time zones because Perna was like 7:45 mine time. I was like, yeah, 8:45, let's go. And then I was like, wait, that's not right. But it don't matter. It's almost midnight here on the East Coast. But GPS was here for you. We navigated you through the darkness and you didn't even need to put on your high beams. No. So that's it. We just boom, 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 boom. Nailed it. So we won't be live tomorrow morning. We won't be unless some crazy news happens, but we won't be live tomorrow morning. So we'll see you on clickbait, but then we'll see you again on Friday in the morning for the GPS. Was that a double wink and was that?
No, I'm having a seizure.
Oh, okay.
Clickbait's going to be fun because we get to do the dunking.
Oh my God, we do.
It's me and you tag teaming the other three, basically.
Oh.
Tune in.
Oh. Get into that. Make sure you go over and like Brandon Perna's stream. Make sure you go show him some love. The other way.
No, you show Tom the love.
Make sure you do that. But folks, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you being here for GPS After Dark, which by the way, we have to do this again. This was great.
Yeah, this was fun.
This was great. But folks, I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you've been navigated.
And you've reached your destination. Welcome to Colorado.